What's up, YouTube? TMZ1313 here. Today, I just want to talk about batteries. I think we take batteries for granted. They're all around. You're probably watching this video off of a battery if you're watching off a laptop or a cell phone. But I just want to talk about batteries more, in particular 12-volt batteries and deep cycle batteries. But I will go through all the batteries just to give you a quick overview of what batteries you need or what are your options. There's basically batteries come in all different sizes, voltage, amp hour, material. Basically, they come in all shapes or forms for the job. Aircraft batteries are a whole lot different than a ground battery because they deal with different kinds of pressures and stuff. Like a sealed battery does not like going through pressure changes, atmosphere. No, it wants to stay at that sea level at 14.7 psi, the average. So, anyways, you got your smallest battery, your little watch battery. It's a 1.5 volt. Not very. I don't think you get these rechargeable, but you might be able to. Here we just have a regular AA battery. I'm sure you're all aware of this. This is a alkaline battery. It's a dry cell. These are best for long storage life. So you can keep these on the shelf for a long time without the voltage dropping. Now they do make them in rechargeable batteries, and those normally run at a little bit lower voltage at 1.2 volts. So you gotta make sure that your device is compatible with that. You can also get battery packs that you turn your double A's into a higher voltage. You got your C batteries and D batteries. Then you got your 6-volt lantern batteries. You get these rechargeable. These normally come, I think, in alkaline. It might be a little bit different sometimes. And you got your 9 volts. Alright, now we're going to move to the hump packs, or what we would call in RC hump packs. So this is a nickel metal hydride. And this is basically a better version of this NiCad battery. This is an older battery. NiCad is basically being obsolete now. Only reason, it's a good battery. NiCads are good. Only problem that they have is the memory effect. If you don't charge your battery, if you don't discharge your battery all the way, it's not able to get the best capacity after that. It basically loses your amp hour out of it. So this is just a little small one, a little 500 milliamp. We also got these hump packs over here. These are 7.2 volts, all rechargeable. All these are rechargeable. And then I got a little LiPo battery. Might be hard to see. There you go. That came out of a little helicopter. So you got a whole bunch of different kinds of batteries. Do I recommend charging alkaline battery? No. It's possible. You get about 10 charges of it. I know you get chargers online or whatever. I don't know how good they work, but I know it's possible, but you are putting yourself at risk. Anyways, let's move on to the 12-volt batteries. So I got a deep cycle right here. You got your car battery in your car, which is a starting battery. This is a deep cycle. And this is a SLA battery, a sealed lead acid battery. 12 volt, 6.5 amp hours rechargeable battery. So I got a whole bunch of these. And we got the deep cycle, 35 amp hour. And here we have a bigger deep cycle battery. It's a group 29. I think they go all the way up to 32. It says 122 amp hour deep cycle marine battery. So it is able to start a motor and use as a deep cycle. It's kind of like a hybrid, cheap These you don't really want for solar panels. You want this for like trolling motors and basically boat things. They're made with more liquid in them, so they could kind of sway back and forth, and the plates still have electrolyte in it. So, all right. So when I'm talking about different types of batteries, what I mean by that is they all use the same concept. What they're different though is the plates. Starting batteries have very thin plates. And marine batteries, it's like a hybrid between a starting battery and deep cycle, has medium-sized plates. And that's so you're able to crank over a gas engine, but still have deep cycle capabilities. Now, a true deep cycle will have very thick plates, and it's made for a true long amp draw with a less of an amp draw than what a starting battery would have to put out. So common misconception about sealed lead acid batteries and AGM batteries is that they're totally sealed. Well, that's not true. In any kind of SLA battery or AGM, you'll find little holes. Those aren't there just so you can pry this little thing off. This is there for a reason. And this is it's a valve regulated, and to make sure that if this thing ever went over pressure, it would blow those valves and all the gas would come out and basically ruin the battery because you won't be able to fill it back up. So AGM, same thing, like I said, still has a vent in it on each side, and that is for in case of high discharge rate, like if you short circuit the battery or anything. It's there to protect you from the battery blowing up, basically. Good thing about these though is that these are what they call recombinant, and they recombine the oxygen and the hydrogen inside the battery back into the electrolyte. So you don't really get any kind of leakage out of it like these lead acid spillable batteries. I mean, if you tip these things over, it's going to leak battery acid everywhere. If you crack this case, you won't have to worry about anything. Nothing's coming out. You don't have to worry about that. That's what's good about these. Now, this you can't ship in the mail. This you can ship in the mail. Now, see, so there's a lot of good things about these, and you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just go with the AGMs that are sealed? Why are you going with the lead acid? Well, the reason why is price. They are 3 times as much as these marine batteries I have. Not this. I'm talking about this true AGM battery. This one right here costs 3 times as much as that one. So just put in a comparison, these both cost me $85, both batteries. Well, 85 each. This one's 35 amp hour. That's one is 122 amp hour. So it's a big comparison. So what you would want this battery for is somewhere that's going to have a lot of vibration. If you got vibration, you got to have this battery, because otherwise it's going to tear that lead acid battery apart. AGM stands for absorb glass mat. So that reduces, there's basically no liquid. It's all in a gel, basically, or in a I don't know what the exact material is, but the liquid is absorbed in a material, so you cannot spill it or anything. Now, another thing I mentioned is that these don't leak or fumes as much. So these you're able to put in a enclosed area, both of these. This has to be in a vented area. if it's not in a vented area, it could build up gas and potentially cause an explosion, which isn't good. As you tell, I got it in a cramped box right now. I will have a lid for this. I do have 2 fans. One's at the very bottom that sucks air in, and then this one sucks air out. We'll be getting another one that sits up top right over here, because I noticed when I took my boat out when it was 65 degrees, this box got really hot. So I'm going to have to try to cool it down some more. I think it's this radio. Anyways, alright, so just as important as different types of batteries, there's different types of battery chargers. And you need to know the difference and what size battery charger to use, what kind of everything. So that's just as important. If you don't know nothing about this, you really gotta listen to this, because this will kill your battery eventually if you're using the wrong battery charger. I got this charging right now with my battery charger. Don't be disappointed. I know that's my solar generator, but I like to put it on here because it produces a steady stream of current to the batteries, and the sun and clouds do not predict if the batteries are getting a steady stream or not. So lead acid batteries, like I said, they're really not made for solar panels. You can hook them up, they're deep cycles, they'll work, but they won't last as long. Like I said, this is for my boat and emergencies, and at those times I could use my solar panels, which put out a full 10 amps out at full sunlight. So I'll be able to put 10 amps into this battery bank, which is just the right amount of amperage that you want in this size battery bank. It's a 244 amp hour. Right now, I have it on 3 amps, just as like a more of like a trickle charge. There is an option to do a 12 amp, but it's just way too much. Right now, you can tell it's actually equalizing the batteries. So this battery, you need a different kind of charger. This charger is way too big for this. So what I got here is a small one. It's a small little electric or outlet one. Has the little wires, and this is like a 1.5 amps. It says right here you don't want any more than 2.1 amps going in. Sorry to blur the camera, but that's what matters. I mean, you gotta make sure you got the right size charger for the job, because all of them depend on different amperage, and if you do that, then it's gonna kill your battery. So I hope this helped you guys out. If you got any questions, just ask. Hope you like this. Like the video, subscribe, check out all my other videos. The solar generator, I got the boat videos and all that other stuff. Alright, see you guys.